Welcome back to the same day, but a new video. I'm SCRLTRBNZ, and this is NUKE'S Top 5, Top 10 Scary Ghost Videos to freak you and creep you. Let's check it out. This one's going to be a long one, so we're just going to get through this. Let's see what happens.
The pitter-patter of tiny feet. An anonymous TikTok user who is the mother of a newborn baby has shared only one video to her TikTok page, but the video shows something absolutely chilling. First, the eerie sound of someone laughing can be heard. The mother is immediately alarmed because she lives alone with her baby. She then hears the patter of what sounds like small running footsteps. And that's when her home's backdoor motion detector goes off. She immediately fears that someone might be in the house. But in the end, she finds nothing and no one's there. What she heard and captured remains a mystery.
Oh man, I've actually had that happen once before. I was living with my mom. I think I was about 18 or 19 at the time. My brother was with us then too as well. And they were both asleep. I was in my room with the two dogs, a boxer and a dachshund, who were in my room on my bed. My door was closed, and I shit you not, I heard someone go boom, 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 boom down the hallway. And it caught my attention and the dog's attention enough that they were both standing up on the bed growling at the door. And it had me freaked out because I was like, who in the hell did that? And then so I got up thinking it was either my mom or my brother, but it was like real heavy sounding. Bam, 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 all the way down the hallway. And so I opened my door. And the lights are all off, and the dogs are standing in the doorway, still growling. My mom was a heavy sleeper, so she didn't hear nothing, but her bedroom door was wide open. My brother, also kind of a heavy sleeper. I don't think he is much anymore, but he used to be. And his door was wide open. They were both completely asleep. And yet, I was like, I know I heard something, and the dogs heard something because their hair was standing up, and they were growling. And so me and those two dogs walked around the house and checked. All the doors were locked. All the windows were locked and shut. There was nobody in our basement, and there were weird places to hide in that basement. So I was checking those areas and stuff. There was nothing. It was creepy.
The Old South Pittsburgh Hospital. Twitch streamer Jordan DeSorbo, also known as D-Tune, sets out to explore Old South Pittsburgh Hospital in Tennessee. The hospital opened in 1959 and eventually closed in the late 1990s. Over the clinic's 35-plus years of operation, obviously hundreds of people have passed away inside these hospital walls. It is said that the spirits of many of these patients just never left. Visitors claim to have heard the eerie sound of crying babies, and many say they've seen horrifying apparitions and shadow people. However, none of these chilling stories stop Jordan from staying overnight and broadcasting his ghost investigation live on Twitch.
I've seen one.
Jordan decides to set up a static camera and a few paranormal research tools. He places a REM pod and a motion-activated music box inside one of the creepy hospital hallways. Over 3 hours into his investigation, he captures something truly terrifying.
So you come over to it. See? You just get in the area, and it works. If you want to try this out, all you have to do is walk past this music box, and it'll play a sound, just like that.
Okay, well, who is that, though, on that left side?
Why are you continuing? Why are you continuing? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna turn on the EMF. Oh. Okay. All right, I'm gonna back up. I don't know what that was.
Did you see it?
I think
Right
I
after
did.
the motion-activated music box and REM pod go off on their own, a creepy figure can be seen quickly walking past the doorway right in front of Jordan. Now, Jordan doesn't even notice, but his live Twitch viewers do. And one of them sends Jordan a clip of the creepy event live on stream just a few minutes later.
Nobody's down here with me. That clip's intense. Fine, I'll watch the clip. Go ahead and show me the clip. I'll let you know if it's me or not. Go ahead and drop the clip again. Oh. I don't know. I don't know who that was. There's nobody else on this floor with me right now. I'm alone on this floor. All right, y'all are freaking me out now.
The Twitch streamer says he has no idea who or what he captured and says that he was completely alone at the time of the capture. Now, we've done stories on the Old South Pittsburgh Hospital before, and Jordan isn't the only one who recorded an eerie figure roaming the halls. If you're a regular viewer, then you might remember that just 2 years ago, YouTuber and paranormal investigator Franco TV also caught a figure on camera while walking through the South Pittsburgh Hospital. So is this hospital truly haunted by the ghosts of previous patients? You tell me. You can watch Jordan's entire spooky livestream and many more supernatural investigations over on his Twitch channel, DTune.
My office door is open. That's what I was looking at.
Caught on cam.
I have a light on in the hallway.
April Crisanto from Davao City, Philippines works as a job trainer for a company in California. Since April heads a team of remote workers from the Philippines, they all have to work very late because of the 15-hour time difference. April is on a late-night Zoom meeting with some of her new trainees when one of their webcams captures something very strange.
Naman may ubang gitakel na modules dira sa trailhead na appeal pod na i-take nila. So guys, it's already 12 p.m. You may join Vince sa Google Meet na link sa calendar invite and yawa ang sa tutain na. Hoy, age. Ako'y nakita sa likod nimo. Ayan na lang. Dito sa pikas.
Asa?
Na ako'y nakita.
Wala man. Wait lang.
Dira. Buisit, nitindog yun akong balahibo. Dira. Nanapoy ni, I don't know kung ni Agi or kamot or legs. Marag ni gitaas or nai ni Agi. Marag nai ni Ana ni tindog kadali. I don't know. Sorry, naka-curse jud ko kay nakuratan ko. Anyway, unya na lang. Tanahan na to ang video niya.
An odd translucent figure appears on webcam behind trainee AJ. April is actually so shocked that she accidentally curses on her work call and then immediately mutes her mic in panic. She alerts AJ, and then when he looks around, there's just nothing there. Apparently, AJ later said that this was nothing new to him. He says that he's been experiencing paranormal activity in his apartment for over 7 years. He claims that he often sees the creepy apparition of a child throughout his home. So did AJ accidentally capture video evidence of his haunted apartment? Or is it just a very strange trick of the light? Either way, I leave it up to you to decide. Before we move on to the next video, if you see anything that you think should be included in the top 5, contact us at nukestop5@gmail.com. Locked away. TikTok user Sabrina and her family took a trip to the historic Aston Hall Mansion in Birmingham, England. Sabrina
Okay, sorry about that, guys. A part of me is kind of paranoid because we had a break-in not too long ago, and in Missouri, apparently breaking into somebody's house is not an arrestable offense because I guess they didn't kill nobody or something. So they were allowed to just kind of walk free, and so now I'm kind of like constantly trying to listen to stuff, which is why I didn't record something and post earlier after my last reaction video. But if something was going on, I would hear the dog barking because I know she's down the hallway. She's like less than 10 feet away.
Sabrina accidentally captured something downright chilling. But first, a little history of the mansion. Aston Hall was built in the early 1600s by wealthy land baron Sir Thomas Holt as a home for his family. But not long after, the mansion became the site of a cruel tragedy. Sir Thomas Holt's daughter Mary fell in love with a simple servant boy and attempted to elope. Outraged by the scandalous affair, Sir Thomas locked Mary Holt away in a tiny room on the top floor of Aston Hall.
Dang.
Mary was kept there for over 16 years before she finally passed away from horrendous neglect and malnutrition.
Wow.
It is said that Mary's
How do you
troubled
do
spirit
that?
was unable to move on and still haunts Aston Hall to this day. The mansion is now a public museum. After learning of Mary's tragic story, Sabrina and her husband go up to the top floor to have a look at the room where Mary was kept. Sabrina's husband decides to call out to Mary, and that's when things take a terrifying turn.
Wow, this place is beautiful. I mean, just this one little stairway.
Mary?
Oh, wow.
I mean you no harm.
How creepy looking. That's kind of cool, though.
We know you're in there. We've seen you. Where are you, Mary? Mary?
Did you see it?
Mary?
Do you need an inhaler, dude? Because your breathing is gonna, like, activate my asthma. Shit.
Mary? Are you still in there, Mary? You can come out now. My name's Thomas. Hello.
Shocked by what they just witnessed, Sabrina posts her video to TikTok. Many viewers ask Sabrina in the comments why she and her husband didn't go up into the room to investigate. So Sabrina explains that the room is inaccessible, as the staircase leading up to it is just too unsafe to climb.
Following footage captured of a visitor who went against the Aston House rules.
Here it is.
Do not attempt.
Found it. There's the attic room. I don't think we're allowed to do this, but let's go for it.
Oh, wow. It is very tiny.
It is freezing cold in this room.
Sabrina says she even showed her footage to the Aston Hall security team, and they too were shocked and confused by what she had captured.
Me and my husband are not investigators, nor are we ghost hunters. We was there as tourists. My husband thought it was clever to call out Mary after learning her history of walking around the castle. I was petrified and didn't find it very funny.
Mary? Hello?
So did Sabrina and her family capture the tragic ghost of Mary
Okay, it's not helping my paranoia at all with everything. The fact that the light in the hallway has, like, blinked a couple of times. And I can't tell if it actually has blinked a few times or if it's just because I've had my contacts in for a couple of hours now and maybe they're blurring while I'm blinking, which is not unusual because they do feel like I say gummy in my eyes. But yeah, that's kind of bothering me. Oh, nothing like having something awful happen and then...
Holt, who may be forever trying to find an escape from Aston Hall? I leave that up to you to decide.
I just need to remember that if my dog's not reacting,
of horror.
Then I'm okay.
Lauren Combs from Waco, Texas is recording a Snapchat video of her friend and her cat goofing around in the kitchen when something happens that they simply can't explain.
Chilling here, being a kitty cat.
Did you do that?
A heavy bottle of alcohol sitting on the kitchen counter unexplainably flips over as if forcefully pushed. The two friends just laugh it off and Laura stops recording. But this is just the beginning of a series of very creepy events that take place in Lauren's home. Not long after, Lauren and her dog Luna are a bit freaked out when the doorbell suddenly begins to ring for no reason.
Oh, I don't need to hear that. I feel like this one is triggering the whole thing with the break-in. This is not a good video to watch. Oh, it's still going. That's creepy.
Luna, come on.
The dog is visibly confused and Lauren opens up the front door to check. But there's no one there. 3 weeks later, in the middle of the night, Lauren hears strange noises coming from outside her home. She begins to record, and what happens next is truly bizarre.
Why would you go out? Oh, and it's dark too. You dumb. You whole ass dumb.
Oh my god.
When Lauren opens the door to look outside, an eerie breath-like sound can be heard. The strange sound is picked up by both her phone and her outside CCTV camera. So, after this incident, the strange activity in Lauren's home seems to dissipate, and not much happens. Lauren's life returns to normal, and at some point over the next year, she decides to set up a camera in her living room to keep an eye on her pets while she's away from home. Now, it's almost a full year later, and late one night, Lauren is simply sitting on her couch watching TV with her two dogs nearby. And this is where things get weird.
Because my surge is 6 and I am 1. I gave you 6 points, I'm deducting 7. This is ridiculous. Don't make me think about numbers again. A brave and accurate decision. Yes, my captain. Yes. Yeah, holy captain, your horticulture is harvestable. Ah, good. Oh, thank you. Fine. Hurry happily and thank these hungry hollow hippo.
Something seems to yank at Lauren's hair. She jumps up, completely confused by what just happened. At first, she thinks it's just her cat playing with her hair. But then she realizes that her cat is not even in the room. And the dog behind her seems just as confused as she is. So, is something from the other side trying to get Lauren's attention? Or just what do you think is going on here? Let me know down in the comments.
I mean, definitely odd. Definitely odd.
The haunting of Ferrari Farms. Ferrari Farms in Reno, Nevada has a very mysterious history. The area of land near the Truckee River was once home to many Native American tribes. Local folklore
really get that
claims
from
that
the
when the
movie
native
Prey.
people left this area,
That's what it looked
they
like.
left behind
Tell
one
me that wasn't
body
Prey.
buried somewhere on this land.
I know it was. I just
But
saw that
details
movie.
are vague, and no one knows who this person allegedly is or why.
Which, by the way, congratulations to all the Native cast for like an awesome movie. I loved the movie. Like I've mentioned, I think before in another video that my family is Native American, so it always does us good when see other natives thrive, especially other female natives. So good stuff. Good stuff.
Why they would
Loved
have
it.
been left there. However,
Big
some
alien
have
and
even
predator
suggested that a Native American skinwalker roams
fan.
this land, protecting the mysterious body. But the truth is, no one knows the exact history of this land before 1912, when it was purchased by the Ferrari family and turned into a thriving farm. Ferrari Farms has been passed down through generations and is still owned by the Ferrari family to this day. Frank Ferrari Jr. says that through the years, some very odd things have happened at Ferrari Farms. But what really shook him was a picture caught by one of the farm's trail cams. Frank has no idea who or what this strange figure is, but he did find the image disturbing enough that he agreed to have a paranormal investigation team visit the farm in search of answers. Popular ghost hunters Ryan, River, and Wyatt from the YouTube channel Twin Paranormal take on the creepy case and travel to the farm to stay the night. The investigators seem to get some very sinister warnings, or possibly even threats, through their spirit box app.
Wow, they got a real specific
We
look
always
to them,
turn it
don't
on
they?
airplane mode so there is no interference whatsoever. Spirit talker. I'm gonna go set it over here, so try and listen clear. I'm setting the object right here. Use your words, please. There's just, guys, I just want you guys to understand there's so much that we need to cover, and we could stay in one spot.
Ryan.
Did he just say my name?
Yeah.
That
No
just said my
shot.
name!
No way.
That's the second time ever that this device has ever said my name.
Ryan.
Again?
Twice?
Again?
2 in a row's never happened. Never. Literally never.
Why are you saying my name?
Run now.
Oh my God.
Ryan, run now.
Is there something we need to worry about?
The team believes they might be interacting with the spirit of the Native American man or woman buried somewhere on the property. They continue exploring, trekking further into the wilderness. Then, they experience something that chills them to their core.
Right now, we are making our way towards the back section where there is apparently a Native American, either man or woman, we're trying to find out. Also, as we were walking over there, we were going to go shut off the camera so that we can do a reset for all of our cameras so that we can swap out batteries, make sure we have enough for everything. When we were over there, we heard what sounded like somebody was literally walking in the bushes right next to the camera.
Yo, there's somebody there. That's dude, how? Hello? You're not supposed to be over here. This way, go, 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 go.
We're gonna find out what it is right now. Hey, whatever it is, it's huge.
I see it.
What is it? Careful, dude. What are you doing? It's coming towards you.
Is it?
What the is this, dude?
I don't see shit.
Come out, please. We were literally just coming to move this camera right here, and something started moving, but it's huge, which doesn't make sense. The only thing I can think of is a horse. There's no horse. There's nothing. We went to go walk around to see if it was any animal, but that was no animal, dude. These sounded like human footsteps, multiple branches breaking in each step.
Okay, does
Was
it
no
sound like a horse
was no
or a
deer.
person?
We had
Which
no
is it?
eyes looking at us. We're gonna go head back over there. All kinds of weird things happen here. Weird sort of energy. We're trying to find out. This is why we're here.
Something seems to be following them. They hear loud footsteps and breaking branches coming from the woods all around them. They begin to wonder if the tales of the supposed, quote, skinwalker that stalks the area might be more than a myth.
No.
As the guys continue to investigate, things take
you don't actually
a
know what it
terrifying
is.
turn.
Like I've been saying, skinwalkers are also known to be protectors of something or someone.
Who
So
told
this
you that?
body that is potentially buried here on this land, they could be protecting the body. What if we turn the light out? Complete
I've
darkness.
never heard, among other
Can you
Native
shut it
Americans,
off?
any stories like that.
Shut the light out.
That's news to me.
At this point, we are vulnerable because we cannot see. So if you want to give us...
I don't know. Again, this is that whole skinwalker thing, and so many people have no idea what they're talking about when it comes to skinwalkers. And I mean, people seem to think, what I've noticed a lot lately is that people seem to think that they can just magically change into whatever animal they want, when predominantly it's a coyote. And like the original word, I don't remember how to pronounce it, but the original word for the skinwalker means coyote-like. And the other thing that I've noticed when it comes to these so-called skinwalker encounters is they don't include any of the actual Native American, not so much the lore, but the other attributes that come with skinwalkers when you have an interaction with one. And because they never mention it, I don't believe it. Because there's certain attributes to skinwalkers besides them being an well, in this instance, coyote, that a lot of other people aren't mentioning. I'm not going to go into great detail because then that information could get out, and the next thing you know, you get all these other fake stories and stuff. But there's a specific type of smell. I'll tell you that there's something to do with their eyes when you see one, and there's other things about them when you see them that make you go, that's not an animal. That's not a real coyote. And so when I hear people talk about these skinwalker activities that they see, and it has none of the actual attributes to what a skinwalker actually does or is, I'm like, fake. Instantly fake. So... No offense to anybody. I'm not saying discounting the fact that you might not be having an actual paranormal experience. I'm just saying that the likelihood that it's a skinwalker is very, very small. It's not. No. I don't believe it. Sorry. I don't believe it.
Us that sign that you are here. Then come on. Please.
That's like just a person.
Your branch just broken. That was a thick ass branch.
Yep, that's a person. That's just like a regular ass
Your
person.
branch just
Look at this.
broken. That was a thick ass
show you
branch.
something.
Please.
Okay, this is their head right here. Right here is their shoulders, part of the chest right here. Okay, and then when they came up this way, like they were like, and then they come down just like a regular ass person. Just watch it right there. And then moves to the left.
What'd you just hear? Branch just broken. That was a thick ass
and then
branch.
duck down like that.
Hey, come on. Please.
That's nothing like
What'd
what...
you just hear? Branch just
No,
broken. That was
it's not
a thick
skinwalker.
ass branch.
If it's anything, it's not a skinwalker. I can tell you that much.
Dude, something's wrong with this area, man. There's something wrong with this area. The frogs are completely silent still, like someone's just watching us.
Whoa!
Right here.
Oh my god.
They are here, dude.
Oh my dude. Did you hear that? What was that? You're watching from a distance. You're here. We hear you. You might as well just come out.
This is heavy boys. My heart's racing.
Why are you just staying in there?
Yeah, it's just somebody walking.
Watch right there, just to the left of the camera in the bushes.
Again, not saying it couldn't not be just like a ghost,
from
but
the camera right over
it's
here in the
just
bushes.
a person.
There's two, like, ready orange lights. What? For just a second.
Dude, what the is going on? Why is there something walking in every direction that we have right now? I have a feeling something's gonna happen. I have a really, really bad feeling. True. Just said true.
I don't want to stay and find out. I'm not gonna lie, man.
Somebody's got to grab.
Just said
device.
true.
Yeah, and see, with as close as this supposed skinwalker is, they should be talking about.
I just saw your eyes.
And they're not.
They just ducked down. They just ducked down. We're leaving. All right? We don't want any issues. No problems. I saw you duck right down, like a human being.
That was so loud, dude.
Twin Paranormal static camera captures someone or something watching them from the bushes. A little later, and they catch it again in a completely different spot. It's almost as if they are being stalked from the tree line. The team no longer feels safe, and they just decide to leave. Could this bizarre figure be what Native Americans call a skinwalker?
No.
Could it be the ghost of the person buried on the farm grounds?
Possible.
Or could it just be a real person hiding in the woods with bad intentions? You decide.
Could just be a real person, doesn't necessarily have to be a bad intention, just somebody who's watching. I mean, we did see that they were close to the road, there were cars driving by. It's not without possibility that someone maybe stopped and decided to go check out to see what was going on. Like, oh, look at all those cameras. Some people are nosy, okay? Some people are just nosy. But, yeah, I mean, logically, most people would be like, well, why wouldn't you just go up to them and be like, hey, what's going on over here? Are you guys filming something? You filming for cops or something like that? But, you know, some people want to, like, they know that they shouldn't be up in other people's business, but they still want to know what's going on. So could have just creeped through the woods if it was a normal person. Could have been anyone, you know? Again, doesn't have to be bad intentions. As for possibility of being a ghost, it's possible. I feel like it moved a little too normal, living human-like to be a ghost. But, you know, like I said, I've had some paranormal experiences myself, so it's not like I haven't seen them be and move like normal people, so that's always a possibility as well. Could just be a very well-presenting ghost. Let's keep going.
You can watch this entire investigation, including many more creepy moments, over on the YouTube channel, Twin Paranormal.
They might be interesting to check out, though. Looks like they
Last
do quite a bit.
Halloween, news reporter Sam Hessler did a story on a Halloween tour through the creepy old Green Ridge Cemetery in Saratoga Springs, New York. The cemetery was established way back in 1844 and is the final resting place for literally thousands of bodies. As Sam Hessler is doing her live news report and showing some of the cemetery gravestones, something happens that absolutely shocks her TV viewers.
And as you can see behind me here, we have a few gravestones, but what you can't see because it's dark.
Did you see it?
I
A
did.
strange white shape can be seen behind Sam, moving from right to left and disappearing off camera. Sam and her crew had no idea of what they had captured until fans of the news show started tweeting at them about the strange capture. So could this be the spirit of someone buried in Green Ridge Cemetery? Or is it just a very odd mist? Let me know.
I guess
the
it's
doll,
possible.
the demon,
I've
and
never
the
seen
wardrobe.
one personally that whitish, that
TikTok
white
user
looking
Steph
kind of
Garza claims that for the
ghost.
last 10 years she has experienced strange paranormal activity in her home in Mexico after purchasing a creepy secondhand doll. In the
Okay.
beginning, Steph started hearing the unexplained voice of a child crying out from within her home.
Oh, fuck
Finally,
that.
she had had enough and just threw the doll away.
You should have done
But
more than that.
unfortunately, the paranormal presence never left.
They really
One
gotta do
night,
the
Steph
walking
hears
doll
frightening
thing, huh?
sounds coming from her bedroom closet. What happens next shocks her to her core.
Espera, espera. Ve. Se está
Hey,
abriendo.
Deadpool. Oh, hell no.
No mames. Ya decidió hacerse presente el amigo. Y de día. Ay, no. Miren.
Dude,
Ay, no.
She's very calm about it. I'm gonna be honest. That's impressive. I'm not sure I would have been quite as calm seeing somebody's fingers coming out of my damn
No digan
closet.
que está en la ropa. ¿Dónde?
I don't know if I would ever open my closet again after seeing something like that. I'd be like, no, burn the whole thing. Need to put some.
A tiny little childlike hand wraps around the closet door and quietly slides it open.
That's not a child
Doubtful
hand.
viewers
That's
of
a
Steph's TikTok
grown-ass
assume
man's
someone
hand.
must be hiding inside the closet. But Steph shows that there's no one there.
That's not a
Steph
child's
Garza
hand.
believes
I
that the
work with
sinister
children.
presence in her home
I work with no
may
child
be
that
a
has hands
demon,
that big.
only taking on the form of a small child.
That is not
But
a child's hands,
what
I'm
do
telling
you
you.
think? Is it real,
The
or is
length
it
of those
all
fingers
just an
is just
elaborate
too
hoax? You decide.
Mm-mm. You got a grown-ass man in that closet.
When one door closes, another one opens. Italian YouTuber Fanksy dedicates his YouTube channel to finding funny and weird internet videos to share with his viewers. None of his videos have anything to do with the paranormal. In fact, Fanksy says that he has never even experienced anything paranormal at all. Until now.
Uh-oh.
One day when Fanksy is recording a gaming video for his channel, something happens that he still can't explain to this day.
Bene, ma direi che possiamo passare al prossimo livello di Damor, Fanksy 3. Proviamo ragazzi, sono curioso di vedere quello che accadrà. Dobbiamo scaricare la canzone. Ok ragazzi, fermi un secondo. Ho sentito un rumore fortissimo, ma io sono a casa da solo.
Oh no.
Spero
It's gonna ramp up
sia
my
il
paranoia
vento,
again.
ma
Here
non
we go.
credo, visto che io chiudo sempre tutto, perché altrimenti ci sarebbero casini mentre registro.
The only thing keeping me from getting out of my seat and not leaving this video is because of
No,
the dog and I'm not home alone.
Ragazzi,
There's
no,
another
adesso
person
vi
in the
devo far
house.
vedere. No, vi giuro, raga, non è possibile. Allora, ragazzi, sono andato a controllare cosa potesse essere il rumore.
Ok.
Stiamo un attimo calmi. C'è la luce del bagno accesa. Vi giuro, io sono a casa da solo, non so se lo potete vedere. Stavo registrando, ho sentito il rumore della porta chiudersi e c'è la luce accesa. Raga, non sto scherzando. Allora, entro. Raga, sto tremando, vi giuro. Allora, come potete vedere, non c'è assolutamente nessuno qua dentro. Perché c'è la luce accesa e la porta sbattuta? Raga, vi giuro, sono a casa da solo e tra l'altro c'è la finestra chiusa. Quindi non può essere stato di certo il vento, per cui non so come sia possibile che la porta si sia chiusa da sola e si sia accesa anche la luce da sola. Cioè io vi giuro, ho spento tutto, ho chiuso tutto proprio perché dovevo registrare. Facciamo finta di
I hope you
nulla,
locked your
diciamo che
doors
sotto il
before
vento,
you
anche se era tutto
recorded.
chiuso.
Shit.
Ok ragazzi, rieccoci. Non so cosa sia successo.
Even if I didn't have the break and I'd
All'improvviso
make
la
sure all my
porta del
stuff was
bagno
locked up.
si è chiusa. Ragazzi, no vabbè, giuro adesso mi sto cagando in mano.
Bro, I think I saw a soul
Raga, sto
leave his
tremando.
body.
Sta succedendo qualcosa di strano e non sto scherzando. Ragazzi, la
they
porta
throw?
l'avevo chiusa. Raga,
They
si
only on the
poteva
Pringles.
vedere prima che ho chiuso la porta quando sono entrato. No, raga, vi giuro. Che cavolo sta succedendo? Cioè, ha sbattuto a caso. Ma poi con quale violenza? No, ragazzi, dai, ma non scherziamo. Ragazzi, c'è la luce accesa di qua. Ragazzi, era spenta prima, l'avete potuto vedere. Sono passato da qua ed era tutto spento. No, ragazzi, ma non scherzo. Cioè, perché c'è la luce accesa qua dentro? No, ragazzi, sto impazzendo. Ma che cavolo sta succedendo? Raga, vi giuro, non lo sto facendo apposta. Raga, sto tremando da morire, non so se si vede. Ok, ragazzi, via, io non ce la faccio. Quando succedono queste cose, prendo e me ne vado assolutamente. Adesso mi vesto, vado in macchina perché mi sto cagando in mano. Non so quello che sto facendo, sto impazzendo, raga. No, ragazzi, No, ragazzi, raga, vi giuro su quello che volete. Si vede. Ragazzi. Ragazzi, si sta muovendo.
You done messed up with someone
Via,
somewhere, bro.
assolutamente. Non me ne frega nulla. Alexa, buonanotte. Ma va a cagare, non mi interessa.
The YouTuber hears a sudden loud bang coming from somewhere inside his apartment. When he goes to investigate, he discovers that it was his bathroom door slamming shut all on its own, and the lights are now turned on as well. A little rattled by the experience, Finksy goes back to playing his game. But then the door to his office forcefully slams open right next to him, scaring the living out of him. The light in the bedroom is now on, and he hears more unexplained noises. A rocking chair in the other room is swaying back and forth on its own. Finksy has had enough and just leaves his apartment to take a break. While he's gone, a motion-activated camera pointed at his office door captures something downright chilling. An eerie figure can be seen coming close to Finksy's office door. It then slowly disappears back into the darkness. The YouTuber swears that no one was home, and he's left shocked by what has happened. So did Finksy have his first ever encounter with the paranormal? Drop a comment and tell me what you think. The Floating Man. Reddit user Corian is on a holiday trip with his friends exploring the beautiful countryside of Kandersteg, Switzerland. But then he and his friends spot something very strange above the mountains.
Beautiful.
Okay, there is a floating...
There's nothing under it.
No.
There's nothing under it.
What the f***?
No.
Isn't it that? Yeah. Holy Look at that. I'm trying to figure out what it is. Yeah, I have no clue.
Are there?
It's a floating man, and we have...
Oh, it's in the clouds now.
Well, we're not sure if it's
A floating...
Okay, can I just... So...
What the? I see that.
Originally saw
I see it. Yeah,
I
that's
see
it. That's it.
But right now we're trying
It's hard to
find
see right now.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's not. It's not getting any closer, though. Yeah.
After a certain point. Huh?
Literally, what is that?
Okay. Mega binoculars. Hold on.
In a series of short videos, Reddit user Corian attempts to capture this bizarre floating thing on camera as he travels around the area with friends. The next day, Corian and his group are on a tour bus leaving Kandersteg, and he tries to see if the unexplained object is still there. And it is.
Okay, well then it's probably a permanent fixture there. It's
Black
probably...
now.
Oh, I see that. I don't see it anymore.
That is sinister.
Right.
It does look like it's hanging on something. But I don't know.
No, it's definitely hanging. Here.
Where is it?
Now it's blue.
Blue now.
No, you see where that... I see it.
Oh, we're getting really much
okay.
better now. It's looking a lot better in terms of...
Where did it go?
It looks like a
Am I
balloon.
looking up or down or?
I can't answer yet. My eyes lost it. Oh, there it is.
Oh yeah, no, I see it too. Oh, I see that. It looks like a paragliding.
I was gonna say it looks like a paragliding sail, but like it's
yeah.
tipped or something,
What the hell?
tilted.
No, I see that now.
Oh, I see it.
That's blue, white. It's not paragliding, it's paragliding.
No, it's been there for 14 hours. It's not paraglider. Yeah, it's totally still there.
Whatever it is that's floating up there in the mountains, Corian and his friends say it looked a lot like a human being with somewhat distinguishable arms and legs.
Nah.
So just what could this be?
Could also be like
As
a type
always,
of weather balloon.
I leave that up to you
I just recently
to
saw,
decide.
me and my brother were watching a documentary of stuff.
Thanks so much for...
Skinwalker Ranch on, is it on Hulu? It's on Hulu, so if you have Hulu, they have the Skinwalker Ranch series. But there's, one episode where they pull out, they could bring in a guy with like, weather balloon type things, like, you know, for readings and stuff like that, and they fill it up, and it's I thought that they would be more balloon, more circular-ish shaped, like an actual balloon or like a hot air balloon, but they're actually a bit more like ovular, like an oval in a way, but it still has a little bit of that balloon flair to it. That's what that kind of looked like to me.
Watching my schedules all over the place, so please subscribe and click the bell to make sure that you never miss a video.
But it could also be a paraglider.
Here
I mean, it
my
could easily be like
Instagram,
something attached
Here my Twitter,
from down
and
below
here a wild
that's
TikTok.
keeping it
Hopefully,
anchored
I'll see you
there
back next time.
and in that same spot. So I don't know what that could have been. I don't know that it's anything paranormal. It certainly doesn't look like a person, not in my opinion. The way it moved was a little too balloon-like. It looked like it was moving with whatever wind was existing, whatever breeze it was catching, and it moved like a balloon or like a kite type thing would, or the parasail, like someone mentioned in the video, because it did start to look a bit like a parasail at one point. But yeah, so that was Nuke's top 5. This was a bit of a longer video. I hope you had some enjoyment out of it. I started to get kind of paranoid for a little while, but I've had headphones on for the last 3 or 4 hours now, and so obviously I can't hear a lot of stuff, but that's why I have my door open too, so I can look and see and have an idea of kind of what's going on around me, when normally I would have this all closed and everything, to avoid a bunch of sounds being picked up from the mic, especially from the dog, because she gets noisy from time to time. But yeah, like I said, I've got paranormal stories of my own and stuff, and we'll probably talk about one of those probably this coming October, I think, because I want to do some live streams for some games that I want to play. And I don't know, I guess you guys could ask me about it then, if you really want. If you want some spooky stories, some spooky real-life stories during Halloween. So make sure you stick around for some of those. I'll go into more detail about stuff like the shadow figure I saw, or the footsteps that I mentioned in the previous video that I heard. Or was it the previous video? No, it was this one, wasn't it? I'm all messed up now. But yeah, I'll elaborate on that a little bit more, and some other stuff that's happened to me before as well. So, I'm Scarlet Ribbons, and I'll see you on a later day.